So, I'm really happy the tweaker down the street moved. Man, just fucking sad story all around. Just out in the middle of the night, revving a fucking big diesel truck up. I stopped my pest control truck once right in front of him and got out and said, dude, you got to do something about this driving up and down the street at 80 miles per hour shit, because it ain't going to fly. I threw a fucking apple at his car. I threw a flashlight at his car, and he was just such a coward. Nobody in the fucking neighborhood would even say anything. Like, my friend had a baby across the street. You think her man would have went over there and just said, and she could have fucking, he doesn't speak good English, but it would have been, listen, if some dude came over and a girl had to translate what he was saying, I would be like, well, this motherfucker probably means business. He's quiet. It looks a lot better than coming from me. You know what I mean? But nobody ever wanted to say anything. And I'm just so glad they're gone. These people had a fucking dog. Pitbull bit me. I told the guy over here, this guy was so fucking lackadaisical, just clueless. People have zero situational awareness, I'll just tell you. He would walk by right here, okay? And the dog would be locked behind that gate. The gate would be closed, but he could get out if he wanted to. And he'd walk a little chihuahua, and the dog would be around like Cujo. And I would tell him, bro, that dog, I'm just telling you. And then God told me in a dream, and I've never had anything like this happen. God said he's going to kill that guy's dog, and he's going to hurt that guy. And the next day I came home, there was a sheriff and an ambulance. Then the dog got out and bit my neighbor. He bit me. And you want to know what happened? The same thing that happened to Hercules. They kept him on a fucking leash out there in the sun, and he would bark all fucking night, and she was on Xanax. And she just, I would fucking knock on their door, and I would tell her, like, yeah, you can't, it's illegal to do that. I mean, that's what would have happened to Hercules if we didn't take him, or he would have died. Just seen a dog dead in the road down here that was somebody left behind. It happens so much in this area, or people just drop animals off, like fucking this guy, and it's so sad, when I'm the fucking voice of reason, like when I'm telling people, like, this 20 people lived in this fucking house. One day the guy comes up to me, he's got tattoos all over his face. I don't even remember when this happened, but he's like, yo, I don't want to have any problems with you, I'm sorry about the, and I'm like, I don't even know what the dude's talking about, but I'm like, yeah, whatever. Kids out here, comes outside, 11 o'clock at night, 14 years old, on a school night, bouncing a fucking basketball. And I'm like, is there a reason why you're bouncing a basketball out here? And he's like, yeah, because I'm trying to dribble. And I go, you have a basketball hoop in your fucking driveway. He goes, well, I don't wake my parents up. I go, no, but wake me up. I got, you know what I mean? Like, my other neighbor down here, her daughter parked right where those cars are, but she parked in my front lawn. Instead of parking next to her mom's car on the other side, she parked right on my front lawn. And then people would pull in. I mean, I'm just telling you, this shit ain't no fucking quinky dink. People have always been, fucking stupid. But I'm telling you right now, this is unprecedented, even for the South. And, there's a lot of people down here that aren't too bright. I'm not saying it to be mean, but I'm just saying they're some of the nicest people you'll ever meet. But some of them that aren't, the ones that aren't, like in New York, people like myself that aren't smart, we come down here and we look like fucking Matt Damon in Good Will Hunting. You know what I mean?